So I guess we can hear me now. It's been a pretty long time, I have to admit, since I've streamed. But anyway, we are going to continue the backend. Let me check, yeah. So yeah, let's go. I don't even know what my super admin user is. Totally forgot. I guess it's this one. No. I can't connect myself. Okay, here we go. So now what we need to do is to finish this page by modifying quizzes and modifying question. So I need to create a page for each question. So let's open the project. I wonder if I have modification running. Yeah, okay, it's just the opening of the accordion. It's where I refactored the accordion last week. Okay, I think we can continue in this. I don't know if we should be able to edit the question directly here. Perhaps to see the stats and stuff like that, but not sure I should be able to, because it would be redundant. That's how I plan to display the question, the quizzes. The problem is that it's way more complicated than that, because we need to have a different display of question depending on the type of quizzes. It's if it's a versus or not, if it's something like that. Anyway. Anyway, let's create the page. So page, admin dashboard, quiz. And I think we're gonna have to create a question page. Yeah. What is quiz and quizzes? Oh yeah, okay, I get it. And duplicate that and call it question. Then I think you can erase pretty much everything. can erase that. You can erase all of this and all of that, and just say question. Can remove this, remove it. We can remove everything. The only thing we're gonna keep is this. Actually, we will need the types. Anyway, it would be question, type of question, quiz question. Interesting. What is it? No. We need to define a new type for that. And now let's call it any. Remove all of those unnecessary imports. And now in the backend, oh, I already have it. I just need to create the get thing. UID question, and it will not be question. It has to be / questions / the UID of the questions. / questions / question UID, and this would be quiz UID. Yeah. Why is it event? Oh yeah, okay. Why is it event? An event is a quiz. I don't even remember what I've done with my database. Event. Yeah, that's right. Event is a quiz. That's why I call it quiz in the front end. Perhaps I should change the root to quiz, to event instead of quiz. It should be there. And I don't even know how to code it. I think it's supposed to be index or something. I don't know what's the right naming. It doesn't name. Oh, it's show, I guess. Yeah, it's show. Question dot show where UID those two. Here we go. And now we just need to create this method inside of our controller. Probably here. Public function question and then return. Will be this. And return initial question. I can make an empty stuff, and then here it's not quiz question. It's, is it just question? What? Why there is a S? Just question. So now if I go to this page and I just say question slash round 3, it's a 404. Why is it a 4-4? Okay, so there is no 4-4, it's still 4-4 because it wasn't the UID. Makes sense. Okay. So now we have to regather the information about the question. We also need to gather the different options for the questions. Now, I can reuse this exact same element. I should try to use a Vim. The problem is that I don't know the bindings of like how do we move? Because if I enable it, if I say GG, I go to the top. If I say G, it's the bottom. And if I go to the page 3, 5, yeah. Oh yes, I cannot keep my, because the keyboard, the Mac keyboard doesn't want to. I don't know how to fix this though. Can I access the settings? Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna exit it anyway. Yeah, so the question is this one. So we scope the question, so if we try to gather a question that is not correct, from not a good, that doesn't belong to the event, it should trigger an error. But well, a 4-4, not really an error, because if I remember correctly, events are scoped but not questions. since we only get the question through events, it's fine. So now I should be able to display questions, right? What is the event? 490. But this is this event ID 18. Event ID 18. So this ID should work. This UID. Sure enough, it works. Perfect. So now what we do want is to be able to go back and display the information about the question. So I think I can get inspired by this, I would have said, but apparently no. Like that. I think. Why is it not a dialogue? Don't really like that. If I remember correctly on Twitter, there is some guy who shared nice stuff here. Like UX tips. I wonder if there is something I can learn from it. No, there is nothing. What is this website? I thought it was great. It's not that great. Anyway, my bad. Let's get inspired by Flowbyte. And the blocks, and I want CRUD operation. No, this is not what I want. I want a dashboard example, actually. Here we go. Cannot edit it. Product. This could be interesting, but I wish I could have a proper designer. And how do you delete this user? Don't get it. Yeah, it is open a model, but it's just a model for seeing the information about the user, not really relevant. This UI, no. I don't think ShadCN has any example that works. ShadCN dashboard. Can I read it? Can I see it? Classic. Can I click on the user? User list. Can I update it? Apparently no. View user. Can't see anything. Profile. Settings. Live demo. User. Why? No, that's not what I want. Fuck. CRM, perhaps there is something in the CRM. Apparently no, it's just the same thing. That's sad. The design is good, otherwise. No. Is there a good kit here? This is a good design. Couldn't find your account. Okay. Okay. So perhaps I will have some. Oh no. Well. It doesn't work. I want something more in depth. Anyway. So. We can change this and say back to quiz. Oh, I need to change the button, so I don't need to copy and paste the UID every time. So it's the pen button. How do I wrap this around a link? I think it's like that. Link. Boom. I put the button inside of it. And then here I can put an href. Equal root platform.admin.quizzes. Question. No. What's the name of it again? Quizzes.question.show. Yeah, it's this. Show, and then I need to pass three parameters, which are event UID, which is quizzes UID. How do I get that? What the heck is this? Yeah, quizzes UID, and then question UID, which is question underscore UI.UID. Why there is a problem? I don't need this. So here we go. So now if I click on that, yes, I'm redirected to the right element. No. And I need I also need the quiz ID. Do I? Yes, I do. So I need to send it from the backend. Do I call this events or I call this quiz? How did I call this? Fuck. Events, so it's quiz. Okay, put it quiz. Perhaps I need to pass the entire quiz to this. I'm thinking about it now. Might be overkill though. Just for now, just send the quiz ID, quiz UID, and it will be enough. So now I think I can display that. Somehow it will work. Yes, it does. So for the return back button, I can say that this would be this. No, it should be that. So platform and quiz.show. And then we can add a UID props quiz.UID if it works. Doesn't seem so. Yes, it does. Now if I say back to quiz, it works. Damn, what is this? Oh, I forgot to put my Pomodoro. In like 3 minutes we'll do a break. And then we'll launch the Pomodoro again. So here we go. Now, boom, boom. Is other dialog open? Is deleting question? Here we go. Is deleting question? Is deleting question? And delete question. No, it's delete question, not delete quiz. Delete question. And then we can just log for now. So if we try to delete it, yeah, sure enough, we do have a log. Quizzes dot dashboard question dot question dot delete question. Delete question. Information description, and this is question. Here we go. So now everything is working. Now we have the transition key here. And now we need to do the big work, aka the interface. So where are my quiz builder? I think it's this one. Start building quiz, create quiz. And this is how it's handled. It's not perfect, like far from perfect, but anyway. Just need a nice way to display. So I think I can reuse this card over there. This one, exactly. And I can paste it just underneath it. Now it probably won't work. You'll probably have huge amount of errors indeed. But we can debug everything. I don't know what was the first error. Quiz form was accessed during random and never defined. Yes. Yes. Oh, and I need to extract those this element. Perhaps in the I don't know, composable, but it's the break time now. So I'll take a break and I'll see you in 5 minutes. Welcome back. Oh, I have 15 seconds left. Damn. Isn't it over? Yeah, okay. Focus then. It would be submit question. Just log for now. Here we go. Oh yeah, the types. I don't need it actually. I mean, yes, I do need it, but it would be question type. Here we go, and now we need to create the form. Const, I think it should be question form. And then I can use this one, but I don't really like it because I should export that and use form. I need to import it. So now I guess I can say I can copy paste the exact same thing. And languages, which languages here? So now I also have to change the question type and to import them. Why is there a props? I do not know. I think it doesn't need to be perhaps. I was doing that to lazy load the translation, but now I don't need it anymore. So I guess I can just declare a ref. Question types equal ref. I don't know if it should. Oh, I didn't translate this. Now that's not good. And the status, does the question as a status? I don't think so. It do not. So can we move it? Is visible, there is no such thing. The date, there is no such thing either. So we can remove this also. And then for the rest, we can just replace quiz form there by question form. Now we shouldn't see any error. Oh, there is errors. For some reason that I don't know. Can't access property and perhaps type administration isn't defined. How's that? Why is it undefined? Oh yeah, I know why. Because it has to be a resource. And now we should have the right element. Here we go. Why is it at the bottom? I have no clue. Why is it at the bottom? Oh. No? Oh, because it's in a root element, my bad. Here we go. Looking good. Ba-da-ba-bum, ba-da-ba-bum, ba-da-ba-bum. And now we need to change the wording. Something I ate. But mandatory somehow. Da, 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 da. So instead of quiz, it should be called dashboard. I don't know if it should be called like this. Dashboard quiz question type. Perhaps I should call it quiz question. Don't really know. And now inside of this I should somehow put translation key instead of hard-coded text. So this is the type. What else do I need? I need the points, the number of points. So if I duplicate this, does it work? It doesn't. Why is it so bad like that? Grid codes 4. If it was a grid codes 2, it would have worked. Okay. But why this? Okay, yeah. It's because of the translation keys. Anyway, it's going to be fixed. So you can reuse this, I think. Here we go. Oh no. Here we go. It doesn't have the same size. Okay, yeah, my bad. It's just dumb. Yeah. Okay. And then, what are the other things that a question can be modified with? Correct answer. Yeah. And the option which should be inside of another div, another card. So, the titles. I think I can copy and paste that. Underneath this one. Yeah. Alright. Not sure if it's the right way to display this. This would be better. And then this would be hello Super Thiago, what's up? This would be only on desktop, and then the mobile would be grid. Calls 1. So if I refresh the page, boom, yeah, it works. Perhaps even LG instead of MD. So the breakpoints come earlier, yeah, perfect. Should do the same thing for that too. I don't know if I should display this as a badge or just keep it with the input, keep the display the information directly inside of the input like I do. I think it's okay like that. Yeah, there is always a title. I need a button. Oh no, the button is already there. Now, before trying to make the options, I need to fix the layout. The layout of those elements and create some nice translation keys. So this is okay, but this will be only in LG, then MD will be grid calls 2. Calls 2 with 3 2. Here we go. So now if I refresh, boom, and then grid equals 1. Here we go. Now I need to display, I need to add some translation keys. So I think can we use this? I guess I have the translation keys, yeah. Quizzes that question types, single choice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to rename the translation keys. Question types. Yeah, like that. Here we go. For some reason it doesn't translate. That's interesting. Why it doesn't? Perhaps I should have to call the trans stuff here? No. So why it doesn't work? Interesting. I have another issue with translation. Perhaps I need to pass them as a props, but I don't think so. I don't think I need this. This method doesn't exist? I think it does exist. It's a capital T. No, it doesn't work. Oh, I'm just stupid. It's because the translation key doesn't exist. That's all. If I use this, I just ask the AI to just add this element directly inside of my translation keys. There's translation keys inside of my translation files and save them. I'm just retarded. Who's this? Interesting. Oh, it uses GraphQL. Everybody hates GraphQL. So, it added the translation keys. I don't think so. I don't think it's the right. Okay, no, yeah, this is the right thing. So now, yeah, it works. It was just me being stupid. Pum 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 pum, pim pum pum pum, pim pum pum pum. Now I need to translate this somehow. I hate doing translations. Platform that I'm in, back to quizzes, back to quiz, actually. And it's dashboard question, a title. Pum 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 pum, pum 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 pum. Here we go. So it's admin question. And the same thing in French. There we go. Now, next is this one. Damn. Dashboard question. That back to quiz. How should I code this? Back to quiz. Here we go. Now in the same thing but in French. Auto quiz. There we go. Now next element. Platform. Yeah, we need to fix this. Question. There we go. Are you sure you want to delete this question? This cannot be undone. This super deleted the question and always visited options and user predictions. Yeah, perfect. Now I have to translate those two in French. And it'll be good to go. Just before the break. I'm going to ask the AI. Too lazy to do it. Translate in Here we go. Je want de supprimer cette question. Cette action est irréversible. Cela supprime définitivement la question sur toutes les options et les prédictions. Et les principes d'utilisateurs. Here we go. So now, yeah, we have the right text. And questions. And the same thing in French. Here we go. Perfect. And it's the break time. Yeah. Fuck. Short break. Just need to check something real quick. Yeah. Errors. No, it's okay. It's fine. 5-minute break. Hi, hello Sofian. What's up? We just arrived at the break. Just 5 minutes. I should display a message when I go to break moment. Nope. Oh, I don't have Obsidian launched. How are you doing? Doing fine, on you? Can I duplicate this? Yeah. So now, here we go. How do I center this now? Boom. What's the name of that classical music video, please? I think it's the fifth, yeah, the Fifth Symphony of Beethoven. I will link you in the chat if you want. Oh, I copy the timestamp. You have to remove the timestamp. I will re-copy it. Here we go, without the timestamp. Thank you, bro. You're welcome. Enjoy. Enjoy Beethoven. I'll come back in like 2 minutes. Okay. So, I still have 40 seconds of breaking time. And it's over for the break. Let's go back to working, to work. Where was I? Translations. Translation, select type. This should be a translation key. And no. Transition question dot select type. Yeah. Select type. And select the value. Okay, it's the same thing. Placeholder, select type, select type. No. So just type here, and then underneath it will be select type. Or question type. I don't know. It's quite all recording, I guess. Question at points. Then I should clean everything. This is going to be quite a nightmare. Change the points. I think it's the same thing in French too. I shouldn't have started by doing. I should have kept the multi languages for the end of the project, not starting with the I don't speak Russian. Sorry. I don't even know how to say I don't speak Russian. I'm not Russian. Pavaruski, something like that. I don't know. I can't translate what you said, but well, I'm just building. I'm just doing a new version of my SaaS, basically. And I do it in building in public to force me to work. Otherwise, I'm too lazy. The question title. This should be question. So question title. There we go. And then I can use where's the title thing? There we go. Chiara, I don't know how to pronounce your name. What's up? So how it should be called? A question title? Yeah. It's good learning coding, and so you. What do you learn? I'll thank you first, but what are you learning? What languages? This would be question. I tried to placeholder. I don't know what I would put in this. Not the question here. Not the question title. This would be more exact, more precise. Here we go. Try to do game now. I start with Python and after I go with Unity. Why don't you start with C#? Because I think Unity is in C#. Yeah, Unity is in C#. I wonder in which language Godot is. It's in C Sharp also. So why don't you learn C Sharp first? That's something I'm curious. Yeah, why do you learn Python and not C Sharp first? Because I think most of the game industry works in C Sharp instead of Python. Now, don't get me wrong, it's really nice to learn Python, but and you if I learned C++. Yeah, I know it's better, but I started for learning first Python, so I'm continue with this. It can help in the future. Can definitely help. And I guess Python and C Sharp was the same. I don't know if it has the same paradigm or something. But I guess there is... no, this is Lua. I don't think it's Python. Yeah, it's Lua. Bad Outro has been made with this game engine. Pretty interesting. Is there any famous game engine in Python? Not really. But you could build a game from scratch with Python. I think, if I don't... correct me if I'm wrong, but I think... what's the name of this game? Stardew Valley has been entirely made in Python without any framework. Oh no, it's been made in C Sharp. I thought it has been made in Python. No, my bad. But I know it's only one guy who just did it from scratch. There is Pygame, but not useful, I guess. Yeah, but you could build your own game engine with Python. A bit overkill. I know there is, if you want to learn Python in game, I know there is a Minecraft version. Well, why do I use this? Everything is in Korean. I think there is a Minecraft that has been coded in Python. So you could get inspired from it. Then there is a guy who did an intro of Python. A full series of video of how to create Minecraft in Python. That's sweet. But I thought it was like Pycraft or something. No. I don't know. But I know there is a Minecraft version that entirely ran in Python. Hi man, how you doing? What's up you're building? I'm building a b2b B2B app to allow company to create a prediction platform for the employee to do team building around sport competition. It's the new version of this same project. A company wants to organize a team building event around sport competition, and an employee can make some prediction on football match, for instance. They earn points, and then based on the points they earn, there is a ranking. So you can have a ranking in your own company, and then at the end of the competition, the best player, the best employee that earned the most points by their prediction can earn prizes. So that's basically what I'm building right now. It's a new version, and I'm only doing the back office. That's why it's quite bland right now. Like all the customization, the fact that you can add prizes, manage the user base, add and remove competition, add some quizzes. That's what I'm doing right now. Custom quizzes, edit the rules, edit the term of use, create some audits, create a chatbot, increase the amount of players of your platform. And so far, this is how the platform looks like. Like this is completely. I didn't work on it. I haven't worked on it yet on the actual game. I'm just doing the back office now. But anyway, this is it. So it's a pretty huge project. But to hire a new engineer just so can reduce HR budget. Oh, that's interesting. Do you have any information about that? Like, you know, the name of some companies that do similar stuff? Because that's interests me genuinely. I want to know how they do the marketing and stuff like that, so I can get some inspiration. That really does interest me. Because I know there is other concurrent that do the same thing, but I only know French concurrent competitors that do the same thing as I do, but I don't know any other company that do this in other countries, or with a slight twist, because me it's not for HR HR tool. It's not to reduce the cost of human resources. But I'm curious if you can find it. Nice idea. You can be excited. It's an idea that works. It's just that I'm pretty bad at selling. I'm just a developer. I'm not a selling guy or a marketing guy, sadly. I've heard of a company, I forget the name, that does this, but they build their own platform. I'll try to find its name. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm genuinely curious about that. I'm genuinely curious. I'm into betting. Do you think it can be helped? I don't think so, because I don't do betting. It's not like traditional betting, otherwise would be illegal. It's just answering answering quiz mostly. Like, for instance, which team will finish first of the group A? I don't know, stuff like that. And based on that, if you have the correct answer, you earn 10 points, for instance. But it's not betting. There is no, I don't know how you say it. There's no. Yeah, there is no betting odds. I don't really understand, your question, Kaira. So, submit question, I think can we use the same? The same function, the same method that I've used here. And I don't need this, right? Okay, yeah, I do need it. Yep. And it should be good now. Like if I do this at phase 12 and just say save, and it works. And why do you choose Unity? I'm curious. Because it's really well used. There is many game engine actually. I don't even know which one to use if I wanted to build a game. I guess Unity is one of the safest because it's like extremely popular. I would probably have tried Love today. But I guess it's more for 2D games. If you want to create 3D games, it would be quite hard. Yeah, it's only for 2D games. Oh, it works also on Android and iOS. Interesting. But Balatro has been built with that. There is a great video about that also. People love prediction and betting same time, so I thought it can be like that. Wide library for large and small projects. Yeah, that's true. Oh, similar. I think you cannot paste link. Try to paste it like Google, and then you do the extension. You create a space before, or just remove the extension. Because I think YouTube block links for some reason. I don't know exactly. So now it works. Do I need this? No, I don't think so. And question should be... Do I need this? I don't need this too. And the correct answer. It's something I haven't done. We're just hacker rank. What is it? So is it for me that you sent me this? So I can showcase my skills of programming? I don't know how relevant this still is with AI and stuff. Oh, question. It's here. So I can remove this and just use that. No. I don't think I need this. Yeah, why do I type the form? Don't really need that. But what I can do is that I can use the question type. Question type. No. Just question. I wonder if I can use this over there. Question type. I mean, they use platform that has quizzes to test new employees, for example, imagine a bunch of dev instead of doing all the interview. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not really what I do. And the take for yeah. I see. This is a smart idea. This is smart, but I don't know how relevant it is nowadays with AI and stuff, because I think any AI could just one-shot their test. Because me, what I'm doing is mostly team building. Like, it's for fun, basically. It's not for HR purposes, in order to recruit new people. Now, it is for HR purposes because it's create animation events inside of the company, so HR people kind of like it. But it's not meant to hire people. If what I said just makes sense. and it's short break time. Oh, back to work. I'm coding an app I named Pecunia that helps people track their personal finances, transaction, subscription, budgeting instead of using an Excel sheet. Wow. That's interesting. The problem with that, now let me roast your project, if I may. If I may. I don't know if you're still there though, because I was in another world right now. But there is plenty of concurrency of other apps that do the same thing, right? So I wonder how you will if you will differentiate yourself from all of the other apps. That's something I'm curious about. Do you know this dude? I think he has a finance. Yeah, this one. It's a budgeting app, and you can follow his journey on YouTube though. I don't know how good it is, but I can share you his YouTube account if you don't know it. I kinda like his portfolio too, quite minimalistic. And it blew up recently, you know. You do nice views. Anyway, so I really wonder how you will differentiate yourself from the masses, because there is a lot of contender, that's the word, for those kind of app like personal finances. This is a tough market. I mean, can I check Pecunia? It's Latin, right? Why it doesn't work? I don't think this is it. I don't think this is it. I don't know if you have a landing page to share or something. Actually, I do need to have a type. I do need to have this for some reason. But I can remove that. And the form, I can type the form by this one. Come on, doesn't work. Question is possibly undefined. Yeah. No, the app is still not public. Yeah, Well, good luck with that. I mean, if you build it for your own utilization, now if you build it primarily for you, I think it's, I don't know, you tell me. What's your strategy for the marketing? I don't know if you plan to make a living out of it or try to make a bit of money. I don't need to type this. I don't know. You're right. What I'm trying to do is to be able to link the app with all of your credit card. What I'm trying to do is to target simplicity, but you're right, there is a lot of other solutions. Yes, I did build it for me because I didn't find an app that does what I want to do. I wanted to. Yeah. I have to find, but on Twitter there was a French dude that was doing such a thing, like an app that track monthly recurring payments and stuff. I don't know if this particular app allow you to have multiple bank account and card. I don't know. I don't even know how much it costs. But yeah, there is a ton of it. I mean, at first it's cluttered with things I don't need. Oh, okay. Yeah, it could work. It's like productivity app. I don't know, I'm not the target for that. Because I don't really need productivity app. Or finance app. I just use my bank account app, which do just fine. It's just indeed not as good as a dedicated app would be, but anyway. So this works. Now we can start by adding the really bad stuff, aka the options. What are you using for authentication? I'm using laravel on cookies. I use a package called Sanctum. I don't even know if it's Sanctum or not. Let me check. But I don't use like API for a third-party API. Because I've used the starter kit for Laravel. I think it uses Sanctum. Yeah. No, it doesn't use Sanctum. Otherwise, I use in other project I was using like GWT token because I was building SPAs, but now I don't know. It's since it's Laravel under this. I don't even know what I use. That's the problem. Um, mm, yeah, I use cookies, basically. The default stuff of Laravel. So you're spinning up your own backend to save the user and password and stuff? Of course I do. Actually, that's what everybody should do, to be honest. Hello, Mazli. Because paying a third-party packages to handle authentication, this is quite... It's okay if you want to build a small project real fast. But if you want to build a real big project, spinning your own authentication system is better. What is this? It's Clerk. But the problem with the React ecosystem is that everything is an API, and you have to pay for it. While you could just pin up your own notification system, and it's pretty easy. It really depends how you want to manage your global stack, I would say. Clerk is quite good. Yeah, it's quite good, but you have to pay for it. That's the issue. You have to pay for it, and it's another point of failure in your application, if that makes sense. I'm not saying that it's bad, but if you want to build like an open source stuff and it basically use React, since I don't use React, I'm kind of screwed. And I don't know if one day the company stop and say, okay, we do not have VC money anymore, we're gonna shut down the company, then I would be like, oh, okay, so where is my data? Where is my user data? And if you have like, if you need to respect some security rules and like GDPR for the European Union and stuff like that, I don't know if Clerk, I guess it is, but it's another layer of complexity. After 10k users, you should be making money with that much users. Yeah, sure, but this is not like pricing is not really the problem. It's mostly the fact that why do you need a third-party API to just handle authentication, while authentication is pretty straightforward and not really hard to do. Um, it's just another point of failure in your app. That's how I see it. Now, if you want to build a really small SaaS project with mostly B2C, the business to customer, I think it's an interesting solution, like Firebase or Superbase. But when you want to build something real big, I don't think it's necessarily that a good idea. Does your app has different rules and permission? Have you thought about how to manage those? Yes, my app has different rules and permission, and it's Laravel. It's the framework that's under it for me. I can create policies and stuff, but mostly I handle permission and rules through middlewares. So for instance, here I have the admin role, which allow me to access the admin panel. If I did not have the admin role, I wouldn't be able to access the admin panel. And this is handled directly there. I didn't bother to just create a role table. That's what I used to do. But I don't need an extremely complex role system, so I removed it, and now it's just, I think, a Boolean somehow. I don't even know where it's handled. Oh yeah, it's in the pivot table. I just define if a user is the owner or if the admin, and this is where I handle the permissions basically. And in Laravel there is stuff called policy. So basically you can define whether or not this user can edit this element inside of the database. I thought about having the ability to add extensions per Kenya would be great, but it required me to build a community to have more depth to build extensions. Yeah, like widgets and stuff. I mean, I don't know how it works for mobile app. If it's a desktop app, it would be quite easy, but a mobile app, it would be quite hard and sketchy. Because you have to deploy it in the store and stuff. I don't know what do you use to build your mobile app? Perhaps React Native or Flutter or Swift directly? I don't know. How about Convex? It's open source, but I heard about it. Yes, I've heard about it too. Isn't the AI backend stuff? Yeah. I've heard about it, never tried it. I think it's worth try. It's worth to try. I wonder if the problem is that is it open source? I think it is. So you could self-host it. Isn't the thing built on top of another? I had a friend who talked to me about this project, but I don't remember exactly. I think they switched from a classic JS backend server framework. Oh, yeah, it was Chief. Was it? So I think this is an agent that allow you to build your backend. So yeah, that's an interesting thing. I don't know how popular this is and how popular this will be. If I want to build a serious project out of it, I would be quite skeptical. I would prefer to use something that has been used thousands of times rather than something that has only 10,000 stars in GitHub. But if you want to give it a shot, give it a shot. I personally would stick with Superbase because I've already used it, first of all, And second, and most important, you can download your data. You can download it as a PostgreSQL dump, so you could reuse it and with a proper backend one day if for some reason Supabase doesn't suit your needs. So I'm lost now. Yeah, another code. So this is how we're gonna add questions. I really don't know yet how we're gonna handle these functionalities. No, add, not question, my bad. Add to add options. Why did you pick view? Wanna hear your reason? Well, there is no good reason to pick view. I picked view because this is what I've learned, basically. I've started my front-end journey in like 2018 or something. And at the time, yeah, Vue was... like React was more popular, but I kinda liked Vue in terms of pure syntax. The GSX of React, I really don't like it. I prefer the syntax of Vue. It's more elegant. I understand it more easily since it's mostly HTML, where you write JavaScript inside of it. It clicks with me rather than writing HTML inside of JavaScript function. I don't know. I think it's more easy to understand. The only drawbacks is that the ecosystem is way smaller than React. React ecosystem is there. You can compare it. It's so good. So much thing, and Vue.js is always trying to keep up with the React ecosystem pace, and it can't, obviously. But yeah, that's why I choose Vue.js, and because it's also the thing that I know. I didn't want it to learn React. I've learned React to build like mobile apps, but that's all with React Native. Otherwise, I would have used Svelte, which also not that popular. But the syntax is really good too. Similar to Vue. So this is the popularity of frameworks. Damn, Angular before that. I don't know why React goes down. Oh yeah, this is the new version of Angular. And Vue is not that used, actually. I thought it was more used than that. I thought it was more used than Angular. It's only 15% while React is 40%. JavaScript, Python, SQL, TypeScript. Framework. No. Here we go. Web framework and technologies. Node.js, React, jQuery. Next, yeah, React, Express. I don't know why it's still that used. Angular, still don't know why. Vue.js, 15%. Flask, yeah, it's Python. Spring Boot, Java, Python, PHP, Python also. I think Fast API is Python. Yeah. But that's why I choose Vue. Here we go. Add answer. And then this is the moment where I don't know what to do in terms of front end. Because it also depends on the type of question I want to add. So I think for that, I'll use the AI. I will commit what I've done, just clean a bit, and I ask the AI agent to just think for me how you would do it in terms of UX and UI. Do you think I need to little improve in Python for switch C# after for game creation? Do you think I need? It depends how much you know in Python. I don't know what's your level in Python. I would say that if you think you have a decent level of Python, like you understand objects, I would suggest you to start with C# right after. And if it's really what you want, like learn a bit of Python, but as soon as you think that you understand enough of Python, let's go directly to C# and understand the new, like the paradigm of C#, how it works, how objects are constructed and stuff. C#, I've never done C#, but I've heard it's not that complicated. It's really, really object oriented. So yeah, I would suggest you just, if I were you, I would have started with C# directly. Cloud Code works really well. You can let it create a plan on how to approach your problem and then come up with a solution for you. Yeah, no, it's just that I don't have Cloud Code. And recently, the price of Cloud Code has skyrocketed. If you want to use a reasonable amount of Opus 3 model, you have to basically to pay the $200 plan. Otherwise, you would be able to use Opus, which is the best model, for about an hour, and then no more credits. So I don't use Cloud Code. I use Juni AI, which is not that great. It's the AI agent of JetBrains. It's supposed to be a competitor of Cursor, but I don't think it's as good. But since it's my editor, I just use it. Perhaps at the end of the month, I will use Cloud Code, give it a try. Give it a try about in the $20 version, $20 plan, and see how it goes. I will never use Opus. Yes, I will try. I will start with Sunny. I have Sunny basically, and this agent. Like I use Sunny 4. I use MCPs to only contact 7 MCPs. But yeah, it's the 5-minute breaks. So I'll take 5-minute breaks and I will be I'll come back right after that. The thing is, the CLI is powerful. Sunny on Cloud Code is better than Sunny on any other tool of CLI. Yeah, I do agree. I know I have a couple of friends that use Cloud Code every day. I have one friend who uses the $200 version of it. And yeah, it's pretty powerful. Sorry, my mic. But in my case, I don't know. I should give it a try. I should give it a try. The problem also for me is that since I use a tech stack that it's not extremely popular, it's not React basically, it doesn't work as good as it could or as it should. For instance, if you use React as a front end and Next.js as a backend, so a full stack React architecture, the AI will be much more capable of building features rather than using Laravel and Vue.js, especially with Vue.js. So this is another win, another W for React and the React ecosystem. But otherwise, yeah, I do agree with you. Have you tried Gemini? Gemini CNI? From what I saw, and from the little that I've used it, it's quite bad. They want to compete with Cloud Code, but they're not remotely close. Sadly for them, though. So I think I can remove a lot of things here. Like all of those things, like editing this, I can remove it. Well, and the delete button doesn't work. So the expand stuff. The only, also the thing that I don't really like is that I don't like reading what the AI code. If I want to build feature of AI, I just vibe code the entire thing. But I don't want to vibe code this project. I need to understand exactly how it works. So, because it's kind of monetary for me. This should be a model instead of being a And you, Mazdi, what are you working on? Any project you want to share? So this is a quiz question, and then inside of this there is a form. But I don't think I need it. I think I can erase all of that. For some reason the added dialog doesn't work. No clue why. Oh, because it's not linked to anything. There we go. Then I can remove that. And I can remove the expand thing, maximize, toggle question, can remove this. remove that. This and remove this. Now I need to transform this thing in a model, but that would be something for another day. Now I can just edit this, click and boom. So I will commit what I've done. Review what I've done. Do you see any issues? That's something that I like to do with the AI, just review what I've done. So it can tell me if I forget stuff and so on. So missing translation key, yeah. Undefined variable in question, but view. And what is this undefined variable? Is add question from open. Interesting. Form, well, it should be form. Let's remove it. Fix at the uncomplete delete function. Yeah, unused image interface. That's right, but I need the image. Where is it? Quiz question. Oh yeah, I can erase a lot of things here. Do I need to? No, I don't need question type. I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. Oh, I need the props. My bad. Where are the props? Oh yeah, with the default I don't need this. That's all. I don't need this and I don't need this. Okay. So very good. Can remove the unnecessary imports. Missing import. The question doesn't exist. I don't know this router. Here we go. So I can commit all the changes. And then one warning. Can remove the accordion. And then now I can start asking the AI to do the job for me. The UX job. Okay, so think more. I want to display forms in order to add answers to certain questions. The way the UX will be implemented will be different depending on the type of the questions. I want you to build the UI and the UX, not the backend. Don't I have an example of what I want? The answer will have an ID, a text translatable, sometimes an image if it's sometimes a optional image if it's versus score or single choice. And if it's a range or a slider, I do not want images, but I want a nice UX. a question have multiple answers, but only one answer can be correct. And let's see what it will do. I'm curious. The AI is slow. Oh, create a new component. That's interesting. It's thinking a lot more than I do. Now there is errors. I wonder if it's able to one-shot the entire functionality. Then good job. I don't think you will be able to though. Oh, it's almost finished now? Quiz demo. Okay, it's just for experiment, to just try to just experiment for the AI, just to test what the AI implemented, I guess. But yeah, you see, there is a plan, like kind of like Cloud Code, but it's less powerful, I have to admit it. Even though I've never tried Cloud Code, I bet it's not as good as Cloud Code can be. The only thing I kind of like it is since it's directly integrated inside of my favorite text editor. Um, I like it. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. What we're I'm already happy about it. Is it finished? No, still working on it. Just testing. So if I change to single choice, I try to add one. Doesn't work. Actually, I'm kind of scared of about what you just did. What I just created. Oh no, it's over. And it's not as remotely close as I wanted to. Fuck. So if I change the chain, save it, refresh, okay. Okay. Add an answer, okay. Versus. Yeah. Hmm. The problem is that the UX is the same. I wish you could have filled the empty spaces. You could have create some placeholder or create a nice interface. But it's not as nice as I wanted it to be. I can get inspired from it. It's not good. It's not good at all. Enhance the UI and the UX. Now let's do the AI work again. Think about what she did. I wonder what is cooking. Oh, he's changed the palette. Not sure if it's really what I want. But I should have been more precise about what I really wanted for him to do. It's mostly on the range stuff. I don't know. Minimal value, maximum value, correct value. Oh, okay. I want to have this step. Bum 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 bum. It's quite interesting. It's quite interesting, but it's not remotely close as what I wanted. And it's already almost noon. Yeah, noon. Yeah, almost noon. So I'll cut the stream. It's already been like 3 hours. it's interesting. The problem is that slider and range are the same thing. I think I will keep the overall idea of what it built. What is it refresh? It didn't finish? I will wait for him to finish the entire section and then like a versus. A versus there is only two things. I cannot add another one, another one, another one. Same for score. Like for instance, this should be the team A, team B. Oh, and now you start to do some messy things, messing with the UI and the UX. Let's see what it does. Well, it takes time. End of the Pomodoro. Oh, so this is a, like in terms of UX, of UI, this is okay. But this is not what I want. Because this is too, I don't know why. Every time I ask him to enhance the UI, the AI agent always put blue to purple gradient color. I don't know why. I have no clue. And this is what he done. Now this is obviously not good. But it's also my bad. But to use AI for this, for what? I wanted to use AI to just give me some ideas about the UX mostly, but AI is pretty bad in UX. For instance, it didn't change the slider. Do you think so ChatGPT can build a website from scratch? Maybe try this challenge. ChatGPT can build a website from scratch. It can. It just depends of the complexity of the websites. For instance, this website, it can't. It just can't. And since ChatGPT is not really it's just a model, it's not an AI agent or something. I would have to guide him a lot. I'm doing the same, but which dead end with ChatGPT. Don't use ChatGPT. Use AI agent. Because ChatGPT doesn't have the context of the entire code base, right? So, and it cannot edit the code for you. So I would highly suggest you to use some tools like Cursor or Cloud Code, and not using ChatGPT. The only time I use ChatGPT is to copy and paste errors or just asking him a question, but not coding. I'm building a serum for my own use, but Alfred forgets. Like ChatGPT forgets. That's why you. But what do you should AI agent? Yeah. Like Cursor. This thing. Now, of course, it would cost you money, obviously. But this is way more powerful than just using ChatGPT. I can link you in the chat if you want, and then I will cut the stream. So this thing is powerful. This thing is the same thing as ChatGPT. Basically, it's a wrapper of VS Code. But what I highly suggest you to use is, I don't use it, but it's really good. It's Cloud Code. It's $20 per month for the smaller, like 17 bucks per month for the pro plan. If you need more, obviously you can use the €100, $100, $200, but it's quite expensive. But it's the state of the art in terms of AI and code. So I would highly suggest to use one of those three. Yeah, and you can ask them question and they will create some plans. I can show you, for instance. This is June AI, but it's only specific to my own code editor. So it will create plans and try to, based on your prompt, and it will follow the plan. And it can edit multiple files at the same time, running tests and stuff like that. So I think you could dig into it. Of course, if you're willing to pay a bit amount of money, obviously, because it's not free. But it will help you a lot. Anyway, with that said, I can get inspired from what the AI has done for me, but even though if it's not really great. With that said, thank you for watching and see you probably tomorrow. You can add it in VS Code, yeah. Yeah, there is an extension, there is a VS Code extension, but most of the users use directly the CLI for Cloud Code. If you're talking about Cloud Code. Otherwise, it's just cursor on windsurf or fork of VS Code and with AI agent integrated in it. You're welcome. I think those three are the best. There is some other thing, but it's like Chinese Chinese product. Oh, and there is M, so you can try this one. And recently there is AWS, aka Amazon, who released for free. I don't know how long it will last, but they released a new code editor called, I don't remember how. Kiro. So I think it's free. Oh no, it's not free, but it's, I don't know. I think it could be worth trying. Otherwise, if you want something free but not as good as the one I've mentioned previously, there is Gemini CLI, which is free for now. It's kind of like Cloud Code, but not as good, sadly. But you can try it. Try it for free, link your Google account with it, and try if it's better than using ChatGPT. I think it's better than ChatGPT though. I think it's better. Anyway, with that said, I will cut the live. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.